Hi everyone, this is Hans with yet another vlog from my trip through the US with the International Visitor Leadership Program. And in this vlog, I would like to talk to you about beards, homelessness and election systems. First of all, about my beard, I've been getting a lot of comments that I should have an urgent appointment with my barber or that I should shave it off completely. Well, shaving it off is never gonna happen. But the first thing when I get back is an appointment with my barber. It's already set. So far, well, you know, it's hard to change barbers. When it comes to hair, you can change a hairdresser quite easily, but a beard grows a lot slower than hair. So if anything goes wrong with my beard, it takes a long time to restore the damage. And this actually happened. I have an amazing barber in Antwerp, in Salon Sir Richard. I'm really happy about him. And I changed this one time and it didn't really end up well. And the damage that was done, it took me a long time to regrow what he cut off. So I think I'm just gonna stick with what I know and get back fix the beard when I get back in Antwerp. In the meantime, my beard has time to grow wild and free, like I like to be. This is my last day in Seattle. Tomorrow we fly to Philadelphia for a last leg of the IVLP program. And Seattle has been absolutely amazing. This is a great city. I could live here, I think. Perhaps one day I'd move here. But there's one thing that's really striking, and that is the homelessness in this city. Seattle has an astonishing amount of homeless people. And they're very present everywhere. You see them walking around. They are allowed to reside throughout the city in tents. In very visible in public spaces, something that would never fly, I think, in Belgium. And this is pretty surprising because the Seattle City Council is what you could say quite left-wing. They're very progressive, and so far they've been unable to deal with this issue. I heard that they spend about $150 million every year trying to tackle with homelessness, and still the problem remains unresolved, and the number of homeless people keeps growing. One of the main factors of that is the housing prices in the city are just very high, and this problem is actually exacerbated, for example, by companies like Amazon, which have their headquarters here, and which bring in obviously a lot of highly educated, very highly paid people who all want to live in this city, pushing out the people on the bottom end of the economic ladder who can no longer afford housing in this city. And there's just not enough houses in the city. Building them costs a lot of money and takes time, but so far not enough has been done. And it is the expectation here that there will be quite a political backlash in the local elections next year, with a lot of the current local councillors being voted out of office. About elections, we've been talking a lot about elections. That was basically the main reason for me to have been invited here to look at the elections and the way they are doing it. And I've learned quite a lot. And they do quite a lot of things differently. And there's a lot of takeaways for Belgium as well. Obviously, the states are allowed to organize their own elections. So it's quite a decentralized process. But there's a couple of good practices that we could take in Belgium as well. In Belgium, we have this one election day on a Sunday where everybody has to turn out and vote. Well, not everybody has to vote, but you have to turn out. It's compulsory. If you don't, you theoretically get a fine. But there's no real, if you can't make it on that one specific Sunday, then your only option is, to either vote by proxy, so you can give your vote to somebody else, or to fill out a lot of paperwork to say that you cannot be present and that you're absentee. Well, there's so many other options to try and make sure that you can actually cast your vote. Here in Washington State, for example, in King County, where we currently are, there's no more local polling stations. On the election day, you cannot go anywhere and vote. Everything is done through vote by mail. So they send you your ballot and you just send it back, and that's the way you can vote. A lot of other states also have absentee voting, where you can and early voting, where you can just go to the election or to a specific place within your county and vote early as soon as 3 weeks, which is so much easier. And I think that in Belgium we could do a lot to facilitate voting and voter comfort in our elections. So this was my last video from Seattle. The next one I'll be making from Philadelphia. As always, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell. And if you have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to answer them in my next videos or in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.